SAS Data Libraries. Before we go for temporary and permanent SAS datasets, we need to understand SAS Data Libraries. In short, a SAS library is simply a collection of SAS files that are stored in the same folder or directory on your computer. Other files with different extensions can be stored in the same folder or directory, but only the files that have SAS file extensions are recognized as part of the SAS library. Depending on this library name that you use when you create a SAS file, such as a SAS dataset, SAS files are stored either temporarily or permanently as follows. If, when creating a SAS file, you use the library name work, or you don't specify a library name at all, then the file is stored in a temporary SAS library called work. That is, when you close out the current SAS session in which you created that SAS file, the temporary library and all of its files will automatically be removed from your computer's memory. If you use a library name other than the default library name work when creating a SAS file, then the file is stored permanently until you delete it. That is, you can use permanent SAS libraries and their contents in subsequent SAS sessions. Referencing permanent SAS files. SAS always refers to the dataset by a two-level name, libref.filename, regardless of whether a SAS dataset is temporary or permanent dataset, where libref is the nickname that you give to the SAS data library that contains the SAS dataset, and file name is the name of the file itself. Example, in order to print the permanent dataset called background that is stored in the SAS library called stat, we have to refer to the permanently stored SAS dataset as stat.background, where stat will be acting as libref and background will be acting as file name. Here is example, procprint data equal stat.background. Referencing temporary SAS files. We know the libref of a temporary dataset is always work, so any SAS dataset stored in work libref will be temporary. Example, work.filename. Although SAS always refers to SAS datasets by their two-level names, but in this case, SAS lets you take a shortcut by using just one level name for temporary datasets. That is, when you specify a one-level name, the default libref work is assumed by SAS. Example, work.temp1 is equivalent to temp1, as you can see here. Defining libraries. We use a libname statement to tell SAS to associate a name called a libref to one of the folders or directories on your computer that contains SAS files. For example, I have a subdirectory on my computer at this address. But before we go to that, let me show you one thing, that this file is a SAS dataset with extension .sas7bd80, whereas this file is a SAS program with extension .sas. To tell SAS to associate the libref stat with this subdirectory, we simply use a libname statement as follows. As here you can see that this is the libname statement that I have written here just after the options statement. And also you can see in Explorer window we have libraries, and within it you can see that we have work library that is temporary in nature. And here you can see that stat library that is permanent in nature. And this is SAS help library which provides some permanent datasets by default for demonstration purpose. Now let me show you one example from the upcoming lecture. As here you can see that I have used libname statement with this specific address, and here you can see that we have no file at this address. Now let me run this program. After running this program, you can see that we have got this file temp2.7sbd80, which means it is a dataset that is permanent in nature. Also, let me show you this temp2 dataset in directory stat. For that, we need to go to Explorer window. Here in stat folder, you can see that we have this dataset present. In general, the libref can be a nickname of your choice, not more than 8 characters long, and should begin with a letter or underscore, and contains only letters, numbers, or underscores. You can use as many libname statements in a program as necessary to assign the librefs that you need. After submitting our libname statement, check out your log window for similar message. As you can see here, libname statement is a global statement. Our stat libref will remain in effect until we have modified it, cancelled it, or ended the SAS session. In the next lesson, we will learn reading data into permanent SAS datasets. That's it. See you in next lecture. Thanks.